My name is Suleiman.
My name is Lisa Siam. The reason why I chose this is because the initiative itself focuses on bringing peace. It's about caring for one another, emphasizing dialogue.
So you think men in Tanzania need mental health?
Dio.
Hapana.
Dio, yes. Men do need.
We just go to the bar and take a few drinks. You think that there's a stigma for men not talking?
Actually, for men, going to the bar,
Yeah.
it's not the solution.
Kuna
Yeah,
basi
ndio,
ya
acha kwenda
tatizo.
bar. Tutakutana na issues za child violence ambazo ukiangalia watoto unakuta wanakuwa involved kwenye mambo mengi, rape cases, kupigwa. Okay, this is something that I could use my story to change other people's lives. Yeah.
I'd like for them to, let's say that together,
Unzip.
Yeah. Hello everyone, my name is Suleiman and I'm from Jali Initiative, coming right through with Unzip. Today I am with...
My name is Lisa Siame and I'm the founder of Jali Initiative. I'm really happy to be here today.
Oh, so am I. So, hapa, I want you, Lisa, to explain to us why we're here. What is Jali Initiative? Nani Jali Initiative ni nini? Kwani tuko hapa?
Actually, maybe I should start by explaining what Jali is. Jali ni kama kumjali mtu, but it's basically a Swahili term for the word care. And the reason why I chose this is because the initiative itself focuses on bringing peace. It's about caring for one another. It's basically bound in the foundations of care ethics. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to get this right. So really the objectives, yani malengo ya Jali Initiative ni nini hasa?
Actually, Jali mara kwanza ilianza na story yangu mwenyewe.
Yeah.
I am a mother, and it goes back to me having a child when I was at the age of 20.
Yeah.
I got pregnant at the age of 19.
Yeah.
But I'm very grateful I got the opportunity to continue with my education. I continued with, I'm working. Yeah. So I thought of caring about those people who are actually less fortunate. Yeah. And rather think of those girls who either they're in that situation through rape, be it cultural practices, child marriages, and it's a very big problem in our country, in certain communities. Just wale watu ambao hawana elimu ya kutosha, like there is no enough information about sexual reproductive health. So it's like, okay, this is something that I could use my story to change other people's lives. Yeah,
definitely. I think right around every Tanzanian girl, woman, lady, child, they all have different variety of stories that we explain to the world. And nadhani hii ni moja sababu tuko hapa exactly to make sure kwamba we're giving this information to the right people so that they understand what we're really here for. So saying that, I want us to explain to the people what is Unzip and why are we here today explaining about Unzip. Yeah.
Unzip, unajua zip ni kufunga. Yeah. So when we talk about zip, it's about a zipper. You're trying to close something. Yeah. But with Unzip, I just thought of something where, like unzip. Yeah. In the manner that we are emphasizing dialogue. Yeah. I want people to speak up. I want people to break the silence within those issues ambazo people do not talk about. Yeah. Those issues that people are made to be silent, or people are silenced about these issues. So ni muda ambao tunahitaji watu wakafunguka. The emphasis on dialogue. Na pia nataka kusikia sauti za watu. Watu waweze kuelezea maisha yao kupitia story. So kwenye ile, unajua kuna nguvu sana kwenye storytelling.
Yeah, sana.
Ukikaa, like, if you want to really understand something, you best resonate with that issue through hearing somebody's story. You can put yourself in somebody's shoes through hearing their stories, and stories do carry like our identities. They say a lot about us.
Yeah. And I really think our approach to this, especially through Unzip, through storytelling, is that we're here to actually tell people what is this, what is that, and how did it happen. and hata ukiangalia hadithi za zamani zimekaa sana kwa sababu the approach itself is really fascinating and incredible through history and the children themselves.
Yeah, sure.
So the objective of being here through Unzip is to create a storytelling environment for people and actually learning about women, children, and etc. and all the objectives that Jali initiative has come through, right? Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. So from Unzip, what are the impacts that we're looking at from this podcast right here?
So let me take you back to ambapo nimeongea kuhusu storia ya Jali.
Yeah.
It's rather not only looking at adolescent pregnancies. Okay, that was the drive behind it.
Yeah.
But I thought of wale watoto ambao wanazaliwa na hawa mabinti. What about the affairs of these children? So I thought of it extending to child protection issues.
Yeah.
Where we'll be protecting the rights of these children. Look at the issues of survival and development, the best interest of the child.
Yeah.
Kwa nikasema okay, tunaweza tukaendelea tena kuangalia yale mambo ambao watoto katika jamii pia yanakuwa na athiri watoto.
Yeah.
Nikafikiria pia mental health,
Yeah.
Kwa sababu ukiangalia kuna impacts ambazo mimba za utotoni pia zinawa impact watu.
Yeah.
Kwenye jamii mpaka unakuta ni psychological impacts, kuna depression, kuna issues that, like a lot of stress can come with that. So nikasema okay, mental health, lakini I thought of mental health sio kuwabagua tu watu, like watoto ambao ni like just focusing on girls.
Yeah.
Nikasema okay, could move to mental health at a larger scope. Looking at wanaume pia. Na
what about women?
Of course, both wanawake na wanaume. So it's not just going to be it's not just going to be focusing on men. So katika society yetu kuna vitu ambavyo unakuta watu hawaelewi hizi mental health issues because most of the times unakuta maybe it's related to spirituality ama people believing kwamba somebody has been bewitched evil. Kwa hiyo imani watu wanashikilia, lakini kumbe kuna tatizo ambapo mtu anahitaji msaada pia. So even people need to speak out.
So you think men in Tanzania need mental health?
Ndio.
Hapana.
Ndio, yes. Men do need.
In Tanzania, let me tell you something. In Tanzania, we've always had this perspective that men need to be strong, not just physically, but also mentally. And we have quite solutions for mental problems, in Tanzania. For example, we'll talk to friends and whatsoever, or maybe we just go to the bar and take a few drinks. So that also helps a lot. But if you tell right now to the camera that men need mental health, that's another issue right at the moment.
I think that's where exactly the problem begins. The societal expectations of men versus women. People try to live to, kufikisha zile expectations ambazo society ime build. That's where the problem begins.
So you think that like there's a stigma for men not talking or anything like that?
Yes.
But we've been doing quite good. Like there's no suicidal rates over, there's nothing like that. So we've been...
Umefanya research yako. Actually men ndo wanaongoza kwa committing suicide, depression. Kwa sababu hakuna ile environment for them to speak up.
Men might have depression, but they deal with it in their own ways. Even women in Tanzania, like you see single mothers, they do have depression, they do have mental health, but the way they handle their health mentally is quite different than anywhere in the Western or something like that. We don't use medications, we don't go to therapists. I don't even know if in Tanzania we have therapists at the moment.
There are, and that's where the issue begins. Actually, for men, going to the bar is not the solution. Because of course men have been doing that for over the years.
Hapo kwenye kamera wakuelewe kwamba kuna basi ya tatizo.
Wacha kwenda bar kwa sababu utakunywa pombe. Kesho unaamka na hiyo tatizo. And I think that's where the stigma begins. Men have been shaped to be you need to appear as strong, you need to appear kama you're going to be the pillar of the family, lakini kuna vile vitu vinamla kwa ndani. And unakuta mtu anaofia kuongea because ataonekana yuko weak. it's not a must for you to go unaenda kuomba msaada everywhere. You can just go to a therapist.
Sorry. I disagree with you at that point. So I'm just gonna say this. To be honest, men in Tanzania, the more like you think like you need a therapist, the more like you think you need pills for depression or something like that, is the moment you start becoming weak. There's like lots of men who deal with their issues like themselves, and you saw therapists or anything.
Therapy does not mean you take pills. That's where the misunderstanding.
But like the depression pills,
kuna vitu ambavyo just by you having a conversation with someone inaenda na kusaidia. Mfano una matatizo, ukaenda kwa therapist, ukamwelezea, kuna jinsi ambavyo unaweza ukawa unaelezewa how to deal with that issue. Kuna so many ways ambazo mtu unaweza ukajikuta maybe you need to change your lifestyle. Sound waves. Wave sounds are waves.
And like the thing is, even if there are therapists in Tanzania, which I'm not sure.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
Yeah, but like even if they are, the cost of a man going to a therapist could it be that high?
A man
specifically. And what's the solution to that?
A man specifically,
everybody in general.
Of course, for now, because it's not something that is very common. Unakuta sehemu zinazotoa hizi sessions za therapy, unakuta prices ziko juu. But kurudia hapo, kuna point ambapo kunyuma uliongea about adolescent mothers wanna handle things bila depression, tofauti na western world. Tofauti ya mwanamke na mwanaume, women talk a lot to each other. So just the fact that they're having dialogue with someone is something ambayo inasaidia. Like you get a relief through talking about what's bothering you. Sasa wanaume wao wanakaa na vitu ndani. So that's where the difference is. So when you see women strong wanaendelea, na pia just the general the nature of our culture, we live more like in a society communal. It's easy for me to go talk to a friend. It's easy for me to talk to, maybe if I have an aunt, I can talk to my aunt and then muamini. You can just openly talk about that na unakuta umepata msaada.
But we also have friends, like we talk to, maybe especially friends ambao tunawakopa hapo wengi, lakini we have friends that we talk to. So I think the real stigma comes where a man does not let out all of his problems to his friends. And it has always been in our culture that you have personal issues at home, you have relationship issues, you have financial issues. You will stick it to the heart, continue and move on. Wake up every day, be strong and move on. And it's always been like that. But I really think you should tell to the men, to the camera especially, they should leave their stigma outside the door. And what do you think is the right solution for men to actually speak out and have a good mental health?
Actually, for me, it's about bringing a culture where people can speak up. First of all, it's just creating awareness. Kwamba isionekane kwamba like kama hapa sasa hivi tu ambavyo tunaongea, we're already trying to create awareness that people can speak up. Kwa kuna more emphasis that it's okay. Kuna vitu ambavyo probably they've been done generations over generations. Mimi kuna kitu ambacho naamini, we are the generation that is supposed to do things differently. Hata watoto wetu sisi, they'll do things differently. So it's all about unlearn, relearn and learn.
Sorry, it just came to my head and it clicked. In Africa, they have no excuse called mental health. And the approach that we're telling men that they might have mental issues, could this be an excuse for people really to start having mental issues? For example, most men do not understand the term mental health. They think it's normal to have stress, it's normal to have this kind of ideas and feelings, but it's not. There's no such thing called mental health. So indicating that idea into their head, or keeping that idea in their head, will actually make an excuse for them to see that they have mental health. Don't you think that's the case?
Actually, as per my understanding, it's very important for people to differentiate mental health. Mental health, it's just about your overall well-being. It's just like your physical health is important, so is your mental health important. And here, watu wanachanganya. Unajua kuna stress, depression, even if vitu tofauti. Kuna mental health, just wewe kuwa sawa na level ya mental health illness ambayo you know there is mental health na mental health illness ambayo kama watu wenye sekta yao wanaweza wakanisaidia hapa, psychologists and whatever. I think kuna ile psychologists and psychiatrists, these are two things that need to be differentiated. Sasa watu wanaweza kadhani kwamba unaongelea vitu vya ukichaa. Ukishafika kwenye hizo levels za ukichaa, that is already an issue ambayo inaenda kwenye psychiatry. Kuna psychology and psychiatry. Those are two different things. So that's where people really need to understand. Kwa mtu anaweza kusema mimi labda na kichaa. No, hata kama ambako ataanza kujielewa, that's the whole point, is kwamba you are already aware. I think just the fact of you being aware kwamba okay, I think hiki ni kitu kinanisumbua, ni kitu fulani, it's very important. Issue awareness, it's already
so you think we should talk to our fellow men?
If you trust your man.
If you should talk to our fellow men so that we can be all right in our minds.
If you can confide to your male friend, okay. If you can confide to your partner, mamako, your girlfriend, or whoever you trust, it doesn't have to be, And one thing that I believe, brains are wanaume and wanawake are wired very differently.
I agree
Our brains
with you.
are wired very differently. So probably there's some issues that if you get perspective from both people, it's going to be very helpful for you. Kwa sababu men reason so much with logic. Women will put that emotional aspect at some point. So I think sometimes if something is really bothering you, if you can get perspectives ya watu wenyewe wawili ambao wanaweza kukusaidia, it will be very important.
So guys, we have listened a lot to mental health and those issues. So it's been quite a while we've been discussing it, and as well, my advice to men, as well, Lisa said, remove your stigma. Go and talk to your friend, wife, mother, girlfriend, sister-in-law, whoever it is. Go and let it go. These problems can cause serious issues. So our advice is
ongea, funguka,
unzip, unzip yourself. So this does not only go to men, women, children, teenagers especially. I would like to put an emphasis on teenagers who are facing quite a lot at this time, and we know that the environments and the problems have changed. So we would like for them to, let's say that together, unzip. So okay, so we're gonna take a short break. Hello guys, we're back again. Sorry for the short break. Lisa, how is it?
I love it. I love the discussion.
It started escalating, but we came through. We came through. So before we continue, we have just launched our new website. You could visit www.jaliinitiative.org. Make sure you visit our website. You'll find all our podcasts and our blogs right there. Isn't it right?
Yes.
So let's come back to it. As we say, the Jali initiative is all about making changes, development, especially inclusive development, right? So what can we find more into the Jali initiative than what we've already discussed so far?
Actually, very important aspects to me. Like the discussion is getting very hot because mental health, But tutakutana na issues za child violence ambazo ukiangalia watoto unakuta wanakuwa involved kwenye mambo mengi, rape cases, kupigwa. Of course hapa ambako kidogo kuna mvutano wa corporal punishment, for example mashuleni, nyumbani, ambako imeonekana ni kawaida kumdiscipline mtoto, mfano lazima apigwe. Vitu vingine kama child protection, age ya mtoto kufanya kazi, child labor, kuna child trafficking, na other very different forms of child violence, mfano hiyo kusikongelea afya ya uzazi na magonjwa ambayo yanatu.
I want us to get back to child violence and abuse, because I think it's merely been an issue, not merely, it's been a big issue especially in our country where, but like naona kama inapitishwa chini kwa chini, hatuzisikii sana wala nini, but kuna kesi nyingi sana ambazo zipo na tunaziona hata sio mitaani au vijijini, hata majumbani kwetu wenyewe, our own families we face those issues that kuna child wanakuwa abused, wanakuwa you said that raped, right? A lot of, and we're not even talking about girl child here, we're also talking about boy child as well. So what is the issue there, and how can we what do you propose in these certain issues exactly as an NGO that focus on inclusive development?
Actually, for me, nimeona kwamba unakuta sasa hivi ama kwa miaka mingi tumekuwa tunatetea sana the girl child, and the boy child has been forgotten, which is already a very big problem in the society. I've had discussions na watu ambao mpaka kuna muda mtu anadhani, I remember kuna this seminar actually I attended. One guy had the audacity to say kwamba we live in an era where you'd rather have a girl child than a boy child because different forms of abuse ambazo tunazijua, watoto wa kiume unakuta wanabakwa, ama ile hali ambako tunamtetea sana mtoto wa kike. Of course we still live in a patriarchal society. Mtoto wa kike haki zake kutetea, it's very important, but tusimsahau mtoto wa kiume kwa sababu it takes both of them kuelewa wapi pia wanakosea kama mtoto wa kiume, na pia kuna misingi ambayo anatakiwa elekezwe sawa. So if you focus on the girl child, there should be some sort of
a balance,
like a balance, without necessarily taking power from the other.
So I've thought about it a lot, and I've come to a view that at these times, especially for the last 10 to 15 years, we've been merely focusing on morally focusing on girl child, and the boy child are left out. And many boy child have gone through traumas and stress without even telling their family members, adults in the society or whatsoever, or even their teachers and whatsoever. So addressing this issue is kind of sensitive at the same time, but I wonder, what do you propose as a solution to this kind of problems in our society? Especially, you said this is a patriarchal society, right? So how can we address these concerns to the government, not only to the government but also to the children themselves through the village, cities and whatsoever?
Okay, maybe to go back to what Jali does. To go back to what Jali does. Tuna focus on we are approaching all this from a peace perspective. And when we talk about peace, it's not just the absence of conflicts. It's not just the absence of war. We are addressing both direct and structural violence. So tukija kwenye direct ndio hivi kama mtu kupigwa, sijui whatever zile war. Tukija kwenye structural violence goes to the institutions that we have in the society. So here we're directly addressing some of the laws and policies that are guiding our country. Institutions ni wapi zinapowatetea haki za hao watu wanaoonewa, wanaonyanyaswa. Kwa hiyo we are going to address zile vifungo vya sheria, ama ambako pale kuaddress zile gaps ambako kama serikali haizi address vya kutosha, ndipo hata sisi Jali inakuja na tumeongea kuhusu patriarchal system. Of course it's been there, it's dominant. It's very important. Actually, one thing that I'm going to put in place ni kwamba it's very clear kwamba we are not trying to change our culture. No. Our culture is what identifies us. But we're just going to pick those cultural practices ambazo zina undermine mtu. Kwa hiyo ni kuelimisha wote, from the boy child to the girl child. Ni ile wapi ambako tunaweza tukaishi kukaa kuna ile peaceful coexistence between us.
So I really get your point. I really get your point, and I think it's kind of a good thing to actually fight it. But over the couple of years, we've really developed into a much more digital systems and whatsoever. It's a digital world. We are the Gen Zs, of course. So what kind of ways Gen Z ways that we could use to address these issues? For example, we have the social medias that we can spread awareness, but let me get straight to the point. We're talking about rural areas where people do not have the type of Unzip podcast, do not have the magazine, do not have the these digital ways of actually accepting information and receiving information. How can we deliver these messages to them as Jali initiative and was one of the objectives of Unzip is to spread awareness. How do we reach there?
Actually, for us, it's a balance between playing with the digital world na face to face. Tumeongea kuhusu dialogue. Hapa ndo ambako dialogue inakuja and it's very important kwa hizi dialogue kufanyika face to face. Kwa hiyo of course we're going to extend our efforts through visits, unajua kwenda kwenye hizi communities ku work pia na professionals like community health workers, work na kufanya kazi na watu mbalimbali, walimu, familia ambako kutakuwa yani it's all about inclusion, tutawa include watu very closely and it's not about imposing our solutions on them. Tunataka pia solutions zitoke kwa wao, those who are affected, they should also have a voice over things zinazowasumbua wao. So we're going to play both with the digital world na easy face to face.
And I'm actually excited at the same time because it's been years that people are facing a lot, and we've seen a lot of NGOs and a lot of organizations try to propose different kind of solutions. So maybe we will add that missing puzzle somewhere, or we'll try to add our efforts to actually bring solutions to the children, to the women, also to the men. We'll not forget about the mental health part. But like we'll be there.
Sure.
So I think there's a lot of questions that will come and go about Unzip. I want us to make it clear to our audience that we're really going to move forward with these episodes, and we're going to invite more guests, big people who are professional.
I can't
wait. So we're going to bring a lot of guests in the next upcoming episodes, and we're going to talk about certain topics and certain images that appear in our society, and they're gonna let us know what we think about it and how we can address these issues in the society, especially in our African society. I think we're gonna end here. We're just finishing, me and Lisa here. It was like a really great podcast to do.
Sure.
Very interesting. And with this intro, let's hope we're going to come there. And if you have any opinion, any options, just let us know in the comments, or you can visit our social media pages, Jali Initiatives in Facebook, Jali Initiatives in Instagram. We're gonna be there, but also make sure you visit our website and let us know anything you have in mind. But also we have our toll number, you can call us through there. Isn't it right?
Yeah, kabisa.
We'll give them some advice, some people, just a quote or something.
Ushauri wangu ni open up, of course. open up. Vingine vitakuja, tutaongelea mbele ya safari.
Any special quote to them?
Ushauri wangu ambao naweza kusema, it's from my very very favorite quote, ambao pia hata imeappear kwenye website. When you get a seat at the table, bring extra folding chairs for those whose voices are discounted, yet their lives are impacted just the same by the decisions made at the table. Ukipata fursa, mkumbuke na yule ambaye yuko chini. Kuwanyanyua wote.
So ni mwendo wa kunyanyuana jamani. Sasa sikia. We're gonna end here with her favorite quote. So hope you guys tune in to our next episode. We'll be looking to a lot of more episodes and more interesting topics. Stay tuned. Again, stay tuned. Together we say what? Let's say our word together again, so that they get the inspiring and stuff. Sure. So together we say
Unzip.